Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David, and this is a magic book review. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. It must be Friday. It must be Friday because on Fridays, the thing I enjoy is picking up a magic book and going through it and telling you all about it. And of course, we cover magic books that are there to teach you tricks or teach you theory, or like today, something completely different. So this is Notes from a Fellow Traveler, Darren Brown. There was a lot of excitement, and a lot of buzz when we all heard this book was coming out. I saw the hardback when it was available. There was 3 versions of this book, by the way. And I did not pull the trigger fast enough. All of you guys did, and you guys bought up those hardbacks. I didn't get one. Massively bummed because I love Darren Brown. I love him. And happy enough to get the paperback, but my paperback got ruined. Well, if you can call that ruined. You can see some of the little spots that go through there. But you want to know what happened? This was in the back seat of my truck. I was driving my son to soccer practice, and the thing I like to do is like to sit there, you know, in the shade and read a magic book while I watch my son play soccer, and just have a little, you know, Daddy Sunday. And he spilled his water in the back seat, and that is just water. That is just what happened. Just getting a little drop of water on the cover, and now it's forever marked. So if you bring your book and I bring my book, we will be able to tell them apart, I guess. But what is this? What is Notes from a Fellow Traveler? This is a very interesting book. And this is probably not going to be as long as some of my other book reviews, and probably not as interesting because there's no magic in this. There's no magic tricks. There really isn't even magic theory in this. This is a memoir of sorts. This is a journal of sorts that Darren wrote on his tour. So while he was on his Showman UK tour back in 2022, sellout show, these are the notes and the little behind the scenes things that he thinks about either before he walks out on stage or after he gets back off stage. They're all dated, what city he was in, what day it was, and the date, so that you know how it all goes together chronologically. And then some of the chapters are grouped together by topic. All right, so what is this book? What is this book all about? This book is written for magicians or mentalists who are looking for some information about what it's like to put on a show. Maybe some details about writing, scripting, audience management, performance, what happens backstage, as well as things like how do you develop your character, or how do you handle a spectator, that kind of stuff. That said, it's obviously written for us, right? Because it says fellow traveler. So that would be fellow magician, right? Magician would be fellow. But like I said, it doesn't contain any tricks. Doesn't really contain any secrets to how he does what he does. There's no exposure in this. So a layperson could pick this up and read it. But a layperson really wouldn't enjoy it as much because it's really not written towards them. He's not talking to them in his voice. He's talking to you. He's talking to a magician, okay? And even though I said there's lots of things in there that would give us kind of like a peek behind the stage, right, behind the curtain, there's really nobody else like Darren Brown. I mean, you'd say, well, this is great because it gives you some insight as to, you know, doing a big tour like this and what goes on backstage. And I think all those things are interesting, but I'm never going to do that, right? I'm never going to have a giant UK tour. I think it's interesting. I think it's fun to pull the curtain back. I think it's, you know, it's cool to see what kind of things he thinks about and the magnitude of how big something like this is, and how deceptive it is that it looks like, oh, this is just Darren on stage, right? It's just one guy on stage doing his thing. But then you see how much goes on behind the stage and how many people have their fingers in this and how many people are working on this and just the amount of work that it takes to pull off a show like this. It's insane, right? So it's all about Darren's process, right? It's him explaining, scripting, jokes, lighting, the mood of the audience, how to create moments that look, spontaneous and organic. He's going to talk about nights when, it just wasn't working, like the audience was just off. And he's going to cover like a really crazy moment where he got injured. You're going to read chapters on how to remember your lines, find your character, greeting your participants that come up on stage. He's got something in there about dual reality. He talks about opening night jitters. There's a huge section on applause, another huge section on taking risks, and he talks about the possibility of failing on stage. He'll talk about TV magicians and the age-old debate of using a disclaimer in mentalism, right? So it is a fascinating read because, like I said, it kind of shows you just the amount of effort, the amount of energy that gets put into a touring show like this. And I'm sure that people who are performers in any regard, right? I think that's probably a better applique. It doesn't have to be a magician. I think if you're a performer, if you perform on stage, stand-up comic, right? Stand-up comic or musician, I think reading this will give you information and insight about how to improve your own stage performances as well. Oh, and I just noticed like the back's all warped. It was a paperback, so the cover is like warped. It got cold. It got cold and wet, so it doesn't matter. I still love it. Look how big it is. Look how big that is. Giant book. Yes, notes from a fellow traveler, Darren Brown. I believe it's sold out. I believe it's sold out everywhere, but the website says that they will reprint, that there will be more coming in. This is from Neat Review, the Neat Review. They're the publisher behind this. And originally, like I said, 3 editions. There was a paperback, a limited edition hardback, and then a boxed deluxe edition. So did you get a chance to pick up a copy? Which copy did you get? Were you lucky enough to get one of the hardbacks, limited editions? I'm jealous. I am jealous of you if you did. Huge love to Darren Brown. Love that guy. He is a source of inspiration and truly a living legend. One of the greatest magicians alive today. That's my book review. See you guys next time. Bye. Hey, do you want some more information about the t-shirt I was wearing in today's video? Sure. From my homepage, if you look up at the top, you'll see one of the tabs says store. If you click that, that'll take you to my Teespring merchandise. There, you'll see that I have a variety of different designs. There's more than one, so it's not just the shirt I was wearing today. And they're also at a large variety of price points, so there's something for everybody. Plus, if you click on a design that you like or that you're interested in, you'll also notice that you can select that shirt in different colors. So you're not locked into the color that you see in the graphic, and that means, of course, you can buy the same design in several colors. Now, I don't ask that you buy a shirt. You don't have to. That is not how I ask that you support me. But if you do buy a shirt, I want to thank you so much for supporting my channel, for believing in me. You guys are awesome. My fans are great. And I love it when you guys send pictures or you tag me on Instagram and you say, I bought a Magic Orthodoxy shirt. You have no idea how great that makes me feel and just what a lift that is in my day. You guys are awesome. I'll see you next time. Bye.